Sorry guys, you're going to notice a little glitch in there because I got a call and I forgot to put my phone on airplane mode, so I'm sorry about that. As I was saying, I was talking about the Precision line by Sigma. It's amazing. I mean, if you have tiny little, let me see, I'll get up close, real close for you guys. If you have tiny little eye space like I do, like this is like a little brush compared to, say, a normal, here, let's put it this way, this is a normal like crease brush, and this is a precision, the Precision line. See the difference? There's a big difference. So anyway, but I used both of those, so I will explain them in a minute. I took the L'Oreal Infallible, and I went from the corner, and I went in the corner, and I put it up here. So that's what I used this for. Then I went to my Naked palette, and I'm gonna drop that brush out. I still have the plastic on there, so I hopefully won't blind you guys too bad. I used, goodness sakes, YDK, and I went, can you see it? There we go. So if you haven't seen YDK, where have you been? I took that one, and no, I think I'm lying to you. I think I went to it, no, did I? Yeah. I took the YDK, and I went with this brush, and I took that, which I'm going to swatch that for you. For anybody who actually hasn't seen these colors, I will swatch that. So that is the color. It's beautiful, isn't it? And you can see it right next, actually right next to the L'Oreal, if I kind of tilt my hand right. Isn't that pretty? It's a very pretty color, but I kind of took this little shader brush, and it's, or blending, I'm sorry, and it's the E36. Like I said, it's the Performance line. So I took that and I dipped it in there, and then I went from there and I kind of went across to here, and that was what I filled in the rest. And I kind of did go up into my crease and across, because I don't like to use anything real dark. I never put, since I have deep set eyes, like they're not like close together, they're perfectly, you know, my eyes are like, you know, the whole trick where you do the nose, the eyes. My eyes are average parted, but they're deep set. I have very deep sockets, so I never want to put darkness in here, like over on this side, because it makes them look, well, it makes me look older, and it makes them look deeper and darker and just not good. So always brighter colors on there if you have deep set eyes. So I take this and I go across, kind of across like that, and across the second half of my eyelid. So that's what that one is for. And then I took this color right here, which is, I'm going to lie to you, it is Busted, and I will swatch that. And Busted is sort of a satin, wants to be matte, so you can see the colors together. And then I take this one, which is the Sigma Shader Crease E47, also in the Precision line, so you can see how tiny it is. It's very small, and it's got a fuzzy on it. And then I took this color here, like I said, that is, I'm always having to look, Busted, and I took that like here, and I went halfway across in my crease, and then swirled around and across, down, swirled across, down, and then underneath my eye halfway. Both sides, obviously. So that is what I did with this one. Then with the Naked Basics, which if you haven't seen it, that's what it looks like, and those are the colors. Which I should have said, I actually did take this shader brush and went into Naked 2 before I put the other eyeshadow on, not this color, but the other darker colors, and I went in my crease and kind of to give me a transition base color. So I forgot to say that, sorry. But yeah, I did do that with the Naked 2, which is right there. So then I took this, I think I took WOS, which is this shade right here, am I right? Yeah. And that is like that, and I used, where did I put it? This brush here, which is an eye shading E55 by Sigma. So yeah, and I went up here with that for my eyebrows. So that is what I use for my eyebrows. Then I took this, which is another one of the Precision line. It is the E11 eyeliner brush by Sigma, and you can see that is a super, I wish I had another eyeliner brush to show you how tiny the point is on this. And I took the L'Oreal, ooh, that's way shiny, the L'Oreal liner in Espresso, and it's 173. And you can see I really use it a lot because most of the time I use brown, not black, if I'm not, you know, trying for a darker look or going out anywhere or anything. So most of the time I'm actually using brown. And you can see I did kind of a cat eye today, so I was actually I should have done the eye part on, actually done it online, but I have the hardest time talking and doing it. I'm actually training myself to do that. So as you can see, this video's taken a while and I'm just showing you what I'm using. Imagine if I was trying to actually do it. Then I've already taken, at some point during this, I've already taken my Milani Brow Works. I use the lighter shade here, right in the corners. I don't actually grow much hair in the corners, and when I do, they're crazy. They just like stick out all over. And then I use this darker shade for my actual brows. So, and I do use the highlighter sometimes to highlight above, not below my eyebrows. So then I take this little tiny e.l.f. brush, and it is, does it say what kind of brush it is? Oh, wow, I guess this is their concealer brush. They don't expect you to have very big pimples or anything, I guess. So that is the $1 e.l.f. concealer brush, and I will take anything I'm going to use as a highlighter. So I took a mixture of the L'Oreal that I showed you earlier, and this, which is a generic, I got it when I was in makeup school. It's 100 Paint Dust Minerals. It's actually supposed to be like a MAC dupe for, I want to say vanilla. It's kind of slightly iridescent. Let's put this on here so you can see it. It's, I don't even, there. It's right here. See? It's kind of got this iridescence, and it's just a beautiful color, and it goes with like everything, and I usually use that as my highlight color right in the inner corners with this brush. So we're almost done, guys. So then after that I corrected, like I told you guys before, I will use often this sponge here, if you watched my sponge video about a beauty blender, and some kind of powder. Today I used this one, which is one of my favorite powders for doing that with. It's the Physicians Formula Healthy Wear, and it is in translucent light, and I will clean up any fallout or anything that I need to like clean up under my eyes with this sponge. I love it for that. It's amazing. And this powder has SPF 50, and I love that too. So did that, and then, whew, goodness sakes, seems like so many steps, doesn't it? Then I will take my, who is this by? Shadesco? I'm probably saying that wrong, but I think it's Shadesco. You know what this is. It's an eyelash curler. I curl my eyelashes, and today I used the L'Oreal Shocking Extensions Mascara in waterproof. So that is what is on my eyes, and they do look pretty shockingly extended, don't they? And then I use this if I need to comb anything out. Wasn't too bad today, just a little bit on the corners, and I will also use the other side for eyebrows, and that worked out well. And I do the top eyelashes, and then before I do my bottom eyelashes, I go in with the Eye Bright from, who is this from? Benefit. And then I will, you can see that it is a, can you see? Oop, there we go. It is a pinkish color, kind of almost a nude pink, and I will go in on my waterline because often my waterline is red from allergies or lack of sleep, example today. And I will put this on right before I put my bottom lash mascara on, otherwise my eyes will water it off anyway and it's useless. So, last thing I do is after I've finished everything and I've powdered, and the reason I powder over, in case you're wondering, because you're probably all like, why did she powder over her blush and everything? I put it on intensely with whatever makeup I have on, foundation, BB cream, whatever, and then I powder over it because it keeps it all day. After I've done that, it is not going anywhere. It is going to stay all day. If you feel like you need to touch up over it, you can to darken it over it, but if you powder over your blush, if you put your bronzer and your blush and all that on underneath your powder, it's not going to go anywhere. It's staying. It's set, basically. So that is why I put my lip liner, my bronzer, blush, and all that on, and then I powder over it, and then sometimes I will touch up over it, but I know that that color is going to stay for the whole day, and it works for me every time. So, last thing I did, which is, you can see, I took this, and I wish I could tell you the color, but the little thing wore off. I don't know where it is. I will try to find the color and stick it in the bottom, but I put the Buxom lip gloss on. That's all I did, and that is my face for today. What do you guys think? So, yep, that's it. What do you think, guys? Now you see why I haven't done a tutorial where I have to talk and put makeup on at the same time. You'd never leave. You'd be sitting here for the next 20 hours. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this. Oh, wait, one last thing. Of course, I always do some kind of setting spray. This is really more of a toner and refresher than a setting spray, by the way, for those of you who love the MAC Fix. It says Fix, but if you really look into it, it's more of a toner and basically a refresher, which is still good. I still like it, and I use that, woo, hello, to refresh my face, and I like the way it smells. I think it smells really good. So I used this one today. Usually I use Urban Decay, but like I said, my skin is so dry today, I wanted to use something a little more delicate on it. So I went with the MAC, for anyone who doesn't know what this looks like, the MAC Fix Plus just is really just a refresher, but it works great if your skin's really dry. So that's it, guys. That is my feast today. I hope you enjoyed this and it wasn't too terribly long, so you actually watched it. Let me give you a close-up of my eyes real quick so you can see. Kind of cat-eyed them out, and so yeah. And this is, I don't see that. I don't know if it's gonna let you see my blush, but yeah. But the blush and bronzer stay on really good when you powder over them, and it's just a little trick I learned. So I hope you enjoyed this. I hope maybe you learned something, or you just liked this, or maybe you're gonna try this eye look, because that'd be really cool. If you do, take a picture and send it to me on Instagram or Twitter. And if you have a makeup video you want me to see, please leave it as a video comment or video response. And I will talk to you guys really, really soon. I'm not going to make this any longer. Thank you to those who have subscribed and those who have not. I hope you do. And to all of you, have a wonderful day. Take care of each other and yourselves, and come back again tomorrow. Love you guys. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.